Hi there, this is Patrick Aback with Digital Media Club TV, and we are excited about our kickoff of Dances with India, our virtual dance competition. And before I get into all the details, for those that are not familiar with Digital Media Club TV, I want to give you a very brief history, and I'll try to be brief. We started this program, oh my gosh, it's going on 7 years now, back in 2016 with a program called Basics of TV News Reporting. And in summary, it was designed to be an extracurricular activity where we would teach students how to provide media coverage for local charity events. They would go out to maybe a 5K run for charity or a golf outing, something that would raise money for a local charity or nonprofit. And the students would learn how to go out there and interview a few of the participants. If it was a 5K, some of the participants that were, participating in the race, interview the people hosting the event, what it raised money for, that type of thing. And the students would learn how to edit this all together. And these are middle school students, high school students learning how to do this. And they would be out there with their microphone and their mic flag, and it would just look exactly like a news package that you'd find on the 6 o'clock news. And oh my gosh, our nonprofits in our area were excited. We had some schools on board. It was just amazing. And we later went on to expand this into different cities in our community. We're based in Northwest Ohio, just west of Toledo, a little town called Swanton, Ohio. And then COVID hit, and that changed everything. All the events were canceled. There was no charity events going on anywhere. Of course, parents didn't want their children out, interacting with people. So what we did is we looked at how Fox News and CNN were delivering the news, and they were putting their newscasters and hosts of their news programs right in their homes. And what we found out, with about a $28 green screen from Amazon, an inexpensive microphone, proper lighting that was very inexpensive, that our students could look like pretty close if they were hosting a show on CNN from their home. So that's what we did. So back in 2000, we've had this program where students host their own online news programs, still provide media coverage for nonprofits. It's very valuable. Our students are in community service hours doing that. And we've had over 600 students involved in this program, and it's very exciting. And what parents, kind of the common theme for parents, is all our students do very well academically, and they really love it that students increase their public speaking ability. They interview local, maybe politicians or local business leaders. They'll interview their dentist, interview different people in high positions, and not only develop long-term relationships with these individuals, but also develop their self-confidence and public speaking skills. Each one of our students hosts their own online news program. They have their own business Facebook page that is their show. So that's our brief history. What our students get to do is kind of decide on what series we do. Who are we going to interview? So my background, I was not familiar with traditional Indian dances. But a lot of our students have taken classes, knew all about it. So it kind of came up, why don't we, for 2013, could you interview one student asked, could we interview my instructor that teaches Indian dance? So I went on YouTube, I looked at it. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I think a lot of people would be interested. We ran it by our students. And so here we are. We are going to do not only a series where we're interviewing leaders and founders of Indian cultural centers, as well as those that teach Indian traditional dance, folk dances, that type of thing. We're going to do that series as well. Now, to our contest. One of the things that I saw in the YouTube video, my own personal research on Indian folk dances, is how a lot of these songs and a lot of these dances, rather, there's such a history to them. I mean, such an unbelievable, going back 500 or 1,000 years, a song or a performance has that. There's no words to it. So kind of my background, most people, when you listen to a song, okay, it's the song, it's the country song that's telling a story or whatever. But these songs, these Indian folk songs, were telling a story, but they weren't using any words. It was mostly through hand gestures and movements and facial expressions. And so what we came up with is our Dances of India virtual dance competition is going to be where a student can submit a video, preferably a solo performance, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be something to where we could follow a student. So it's an individual competition, but if the student was part of maybe a group performance, they could submit that video. We would like the video to be no more than 5 minutes, preferably 4 or 5 minutes, and they can submit the video. What we're going to do is a parent can register their student through Calendly, okay, through one of our time slots. And what you're going to do is you're going to register the student for a 15, hopefully we can do this within 15 minutes. We've done it a few practice sessions and we've done it. And we're going to have a 3-judge panel of our students, of Digital Media Club TV reporters, and we're a national network now of student reporters all across the country. We have students in several big cities who are reporters, report on community events, that type of thing. So we're going to have 3 students via Zoom. They're all going to Zoom in together, and then also have the participant on Zoom. We're going to play the video, review the performance. The first thing that a contestant will be judged on is just overall performance, okay? So the judges are going to make a little note on that. The second thing, when the performance is over, the judges will each ask the student a question regarding the history of the dance. We want to know if students know a little bit about and learned about not only performing the dance, but also the history of it. And then the third round of questions, or the third aspect that a student is going to be judged on, a contestant, is can they tell the story verbally? Can they go through, okay, this is what this means, and that part, this is what this means, and kind of go through it. So there's going to be 3 things that a student's judged on. We think, and when I did my research on the Indian folk dances and watching them, the only ones that videos that I could see that somebody was explaining it was on TED Talks. I found a few of those. So I thought this would be really something for people would enjoy doing that may not be familiar with Indian folk dances, people like myself, that kind of need it explained. Also, parents would appreciate this as a good learning process. Students have to do maybe a little bit of research on the dance to learn about it. So our competition, our season 1 of Dances with India virtual dance competition, is going to be this month in February. Now, we have right now to where registration and the performance registration kind of competing, the competitions are going to end on the 25th of February, okay? So all the judging. The winner of this season 1 will be announced March 1st. The first place winner gets $100, second place $50, third place $25. Now in the future, when we come out with season 2, we'll probably make tweaks to this. Right now, there's going to be no specific age categories. In the future, depending on how popular this gets, we'll break it up into different age groups. But for now, we'll admit any from a 6-year-old to 18-year-old can participate in this, 3 to 5 minutes. What we would like you to do is email us a link to the video, and it can be sent via Google Drive or YouTube. And it's my name, Patrick Abeck, at gmail.com. That's where you're going to want to email the link to, so that on the registration that we know, what the video is all about. And you can email the link to that email, as well as the name of the student, and then we'll kind of match it up from there. So it's Patrick, Patrick, and then ABEC at Gmail, and we'll have that listed as well. And so we do have listed that you can do team performances. We'd much prefer a solo performance. Now the judging is with our students are going to judge the first round. We'll also have a Dances with India virtual competition page where the voting will take place by the public. So we want family and friends of the contestants to go on this page. There's only going to be one page. And for right now, we're just going to do it on page likes. Or on post likes. So you have to go there. If the contestant wants to get votes, have family and friends go, scroll down, find where the appropriate contestant is, and like their thing. They could also put a nice comment on there if they want to as well. And so the judges score, each judge will have a score from 1 to 10, and then the likes. So how we're going to determine the winner is the total judges score. So maybe that's 30 would be the most. And then we're going to add up the post likes that a student's performance gets on our voting page. And so we're going to keep it real simple for the first season, but that's how it's going to go. We were considering limiting this to 20 entries. We'll see how the popularity goes, but we want to make sure that we kind of get this kicked off right and get all the kind of the fine tuning and all the details done as far as that goes. So register in Calendly. If you have any questions, let me know. We would like all the time a parent to be present whenever the child is performing and the child's answering questions. What I'm going to be is there will be our 3 student judges. I will also be there. We're all going to be on the Zoom videos, all participating as far as that goes. The 3 categories we're going to go over, and it should be a lot of fun. If you have any questions, let me know. We will list our email where this video goes out, and also check out Digital Media Club TV on Facebook. That's where all our latest videos are. We also have a panel interview series page, Digital Media Club TV, and Club TV is one word, Club TV, no spaces. And you can find us there, panel interview series, check that out. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions, what we wanted the goal of this to be is to really, I think there's so much more, and this Indian dancing in the United States can be so much more popular than it is. I'm just discovering it, and I'm so excited about it. And students are excited about it. Parents and grandparents are excited about all the rich history and tradition that has evolved with Indian dancing. And it is going to be, I think, fabulous. So we're going to have fun with this. If you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to meeting you all. And the contestants, bring them on. Talk to you soon.